quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, folks. So I'd be interested to know if he's a Steelers fan. A bunch of my wife's family is actually from the Pittsburgh area, so got a lot of in-laws that are big Steelers fans and Penguins fans. So be curious to pick his brain about the Steelers a little bit if we get a chance to. We are ready for the top of the second inning, and leading off for Oconee County will be number 11, your pitcher, Kason Lovin. He's going to try to help himself out here at the plate and get something started for Oconee County, as they are still looking for their first base runner of the game after they went 1-2-3 here in the first inning. The first pitch from Cotter is a swing and a miss for strike one, as Cotter gets ahead in the count. No balls and one strike. Lovin steps back in the box as Cotter comes through the windup. He's ready. The pitch misses low and inside and back to the backstop. That'll bring us to a 1-1 count, folks. Lovin ended up throwing 40 pitches in the first inning, guys, so I know he's going to be a little tired as he steps to the plate. We're already pushing 90 degrees here in Bluffton, South Carolina today, and it's just going to get hotter throughout the day. These kids are really going to have to make sure to stay hydrated, as we've got plenty of drinks available at the concession stand. All the kind of different flavors of Gatorade, plenty of water, whatever you need while you're out here at the ballpark today, we have it. Make sure to give the concession stand a try while you're out here if you're joining us today. And if not, enjoy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks from your house. We've got a 3-1 count here to Lovin. The pitch from Cotter. Swing and a miss for strike two. That's a full count, folks. We got a full count with nobody on and nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Lovin really looking to get some kind of rally started for his team in this inning. That pitch is high and tight. Misses him, but it's still ball four, so he'll make his way down to first base. Lovin is on with a leadoff walk from Cotter. That'll bring up number 10, Tillman Sullivan for Oconee County, as he will hit with a runner on first and nobody out. Cotter only threw 6 pitches in the first inning, but he threw that many to that hitter alone. Really going to try to keep his pitch count low if he wants to be able to go deep into this ball game. He comes set. The pitch. And it's just a bit high, folks. Ball one. When Chase Cotter's not playing baseball, he likes collecting sports cards. I know I got a bunch as a kid from my grandpa that he had collected over the years, so I'd be interested to see what all he's got in his collection, and I bet you he's got some cards that are pretty valuable in there if he's been collecting for quite a while now. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off by Tillman Sullivan down the third baseline, as that'll bring us to a 1-1 count. Sullivan's in the box ready to go. Cotter gives a look to first and comes set. Very small lead over there at first base for Lovin. Doesn't look like he's going to go anywhere, but Cotter makes a pickoff attempt over there anyway. Runner back safely. Sullivan's in the box ready to go. Cotter gets a sign from his catcher. Comes set. The pitch. And it's a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Tillman Sullivan in the top of the second inning. Lovin doesn't seem to be much of a threat to run over there, so Cotter can focus on the batter here. Comes set, the delivery. 1-2. Ground ball to the third baseman. Third baseman throws the second, and he gets the out on the 5-4 fielder's choice, folks. That'll go down in the books as a fielder's choice. Good play by the third baseman for Beaufort County.
County number 1, Reed Campbell.
Your next hitter for Oconee County will be number 1, Reed Campbell. As we have a runner on first still, but now we have 1 out after the fielder's choice by the third baseman to second base. Quick pickoff attempt from Cotter over to first base, and the runner's back in safely. Cotter comes set as we're ready for the first pitch to Campbell. Another pickoff attempt, nearly thrown away, but a great catch by the first baseman. With a 5-0 lead, you'd expect Cotter to go at the hitter right here. He makes his delivery. A ball one to Reed Campbell. 1 ball, no strikes. Cotter needs to trust his catcher to make a strong throw to second in case the runner goes here. Not a big lead over at first base. Don't think he's going anywhere. The check swing. Check swing is called a strike as Sullivan moves up to second base on the stolen base after the throw goes into shallow center field. I was unsure if that was a called strike on the check swing, but he did give him a strike. So we have a 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 out, and now a runner in scoring position for Oconee County as they look to scrape their first run across the game here. The 1-1 pitch on its way from Cotter. Swing and fouled straight back for strike 2. That ball was fouled straight into the backstop. Campbell didn't miss it by much, folks. We've got 1 ball and 2 strike count to Reed Campbell here in the top of the second inning. Oconee County has their first runner in scoring position of the game here in the top of the second. He gets his lead. Campbell in the box ready to go. The pitch from Cotter. Swung on and softly fouled to the backstop as Campbell battles to stay alive here in this at-bat. Cotter's definitely having to work harder this inning than he did in the first here. Runner leads from second. Campbell in the box ready to go. The pitch. A little pop fly hit back to the second baseman, and that's an easy play for the second out of the inning as the runner makes his way back to second base as soon as the ball off the bat. That'll go down in the books as an F4, folks. Fly out to second base for Reed Campbell, which will bring up the lefty, number 8, Chase Sullivan.
Chase Sullivan.
Number 8, Chase Sullivan steps in the box with Tillman Sullivan on second base. I'm assuming they're probably brothers on this team, which is pretty cool. Sullivan hits a soft ground ball to second base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning here in the top of the second as Oconee County goes down with no runs, no hits, and 1 left on base here in the top of the second inning. We will go to the bottom of the second here in just a second, folks. On field 2 of the Dixie Junior Boys Tournament here in Bluffton, South Carolina. Thank you for tuning in.
22.
7:30. All right, folks, we're ready here in the bottom of the second as your leadoff hitter will be the pitcher, number 3, Chase Cotter. Lovin comes back out on the mound here for Oconee County, looking to have a quicker inning than he did in the first, as Beaufort County was able to scrape across 5 runs to give them an early 5-0 lead. Lovin really wants to try to minimize damage here and work ahead of hitters as we continue to talk about in the first inning, folks. The first pitch to Cotter is a ball. One ball, no strikes. Lovin through the windup, the 1-0 pitch. Goes all the way to the backstop for ball 2. As Lovin falls behind yet another Beaufort County hitter here, folks. Chase Cotter's in the box, ready to go. Lovin looks into his catcher through the windup and the pitch. That misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Beaufort County looks to get their leadoff runner on base for the second inning in a row. Lovin has already issued 3 walks so far in this game. Looking to work his way back in the count here. And that one is ball 4. That'll be walk number 4. Up next for Beaufort County is number 12, Brandon Hunter. After the 4th walk of the game already issued by Lovin. You've got to work ahead of hitters to have success on the mound, folks. At any level of baseball you play, you've got to be able to put the ball over plate. Let your defense work behind you. If you trust your defense to make plays, good things will happen, and you can keep runners off base. The first pitch is a ball, and Cotter's on his way to second, and safe. Slides in safe with a stolen base for Chase Cotter. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Hunter. Runner on second, nobody out. The next offer into Brandon Hunter also misses high. Ball 2. Oh, sorry, folks. Looks like we had a 1-1 count. Umpire showed 1-1 there. I apologize. Hunter's in the box, ready to swing with a runner in scoring position. The pitch, driven out to right field. Right fielder is burnt. We see tail lights, folks. That ball will go almost all the way to the fence as Hunter is around second and into third, standing up with an RBI triple. Big swing there by Brandon Hunter, and that'll bring in the 6th Beaufort County run of the inning.
Now batting for Jensen Beretti.
Brandon Hunter really put a charge into that one, guys. That ball went deep to right field, and we saw tail lights from the right fielder right off the bat. No way he was going to be able to get to that ball as it was driven hard into the gap. Your next batter up for Beaufort County is number 8, Jensen Beretti, and the first pitch to him will go to the backstop for another run for Beaufort County. Hunter will come across with no play at the plate to make it a 7-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. We now have the bases empty again with Jensen Beretti at the plate and a 1-0 count. Beretti will look to start this thing over again for Beaufort County as Lovin comes set ready for the next pitch. And the delivery is another ball in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes as he's behind yet another hitter. Lovin really seems to be laboring early in this game, folks. The Beaufort County offense has been very deadly so far in this game. Beaufort County really came to play today after the day off. This is their first game of the tournament, as Oconee played yesterday against Tri-County. Oconee won the game yesterday against Tri-County. I believe it was an 8-5 score, if I'm not mistaken. So they come into this game 1-0 as Beaufort County plays their first game of the tournament. And the 3-0 pitch to Jensen Beretti is a called strike. That'll bring us to 3 balls and 1 strike. Lovin is still looking for the first out of the inning here. And that will be the 5th walk as Beretti walks for the 2nd time already in this ball game in the 2nd inning. We're in the bottom of the 2nd with no outs still. And we have time on the field as the coach for Oconee County makes his way to the mound. Wouldn't be surprised to see a pitching change here, folks, as Lovin just hasn't had his best stuff today and hasn't been able to put the ball over the plate. And when he has, Beaufort County is ambushed and made the most of every opportunity they have to hit a good pitch. Lovin will leave the mound throwing an inning plus 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and 7 runs early in this ball game for Beaufort County. As soon as I get a jersey number here on the next pitcher for Oconee, I'll let you know, folks. The next pitcher for Oconee County will be number 3, Hunter Simmons. Hunter Simmons was your starting second baseman for Oconee County, and he will now make his way to the mound to see if he can somehow limit this deadly Beaufort County offense that we've seen so far here in the first inning plus.
Final pitch count for Corbin Ferry, 29. 2 carry. Now, my county, number 1.
While Hunter Simmons warms up, let's get a little bit of information about Hunter Simmons out to everybody. His favorite food is steak. Not a bad choice. Favorite movie is Sandlot. One of those baseball classics. If you're a baseball fan, I just don't know how you couldn't like Sandlot, folks. There's so many quotable moments in that movie and so many great baseball scenes. It's just a classic movie about kids being kids and enjoying playing the game that we are here watching and love so much. Hunter Simmons' favorite pro baseball team is the Mariners, and his favorite sports idol is Ken Griffey Jr. From kids this young, you don't see a whole lot about Griffey Jr., but believe it or not, he's actually my favorite baseball player of all time also. He's got the sweetest swing in the history of the sports and was just a class act all the way through. If you're a baseball fan, you know that Griffey Jr. was one of the best around in the 90s and 2000s, folks. Fun fact about Griffey Jr., I believe him and his dad were able to actually go back-to-back with home runs in a Major League game at one point. So it'd always be a cool opportunity to be able to play on the same Major League team as your father. Griffey Jr. was a young kid coming up, and his dad was nearing the end of his career. And I believe they were able to hit back-to-back home runs in the same game. When Hunter Simmons grows up, he wants to be an astrophysicist. That's a pretty big goal. That's a great goal to have as a kid. I'm sure that'll involve a lot of schooling, but anybody out here can do anything they put their dreams to. And before the first pitch from Simmons, he is called for a balk, which will move Jensen Beretti into scoring position at second base with number 11, Dylan Simonson, at the plate. The first pitch to Simonson is on its way, and it misses high for ball 1. Beaufort County currently leads 7-0 here in the bottom of the second inning with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. Simonson gets a sign from his third base coach, Alex Hunt. The pitch is on its way to Simonson. Another shallow pop fly into right field, and that ball will drop. That is a base hit for Simonson. He's on his way to second with a double, and he will trade places with Jensen Beretti for the RBI double. Simonson has now driven in his third run of the ball game already, and that makes it 8-0 Beaufort County. Eight to nothing Beaufort County here, folks, as Simonson now stands on second base in scoring position with Ashton Smith coming to the plate. Dylan Simonson stands on second base with 3 RBIs already in the second inning here in this game as Beaufort County continues to pile on the runs. Smith is at the plate and takes the first pitch from Simmons high for ball 1. Ashton Smith had a base hit to center field his last at bat with an RBI, and he looks to find another one here in the second inning. Simmons comes set. The pitch misses high for ball 2. Simmons is going to have to work down in the zone if he wants to limit the damage here, folks. Still no outs for Beaufort County here in this inning. The pitch misses low for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Ashton Smith. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Smith's in the box ready to hit. If he gets anything over the plate, he's looking to crush it. And he swings and misses a very aggressive 3-0 swing there. Brings it to 3 balls and 1 strike. A lot of times you'll see coach give the take sign on 3-0, but with 8 runs already across and Beaufort County hitting the ball the way they are, you might as well let him swing away there. The 3-1 pitch. Take it for ball 4, and it rolls to the backstop as the runner on second will advance 80 feet to third. That'll be a walk to Ashton Smith as we have runners on the corners and still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Next up for Beaufort County will be number 2, Rylan McGarvey, as he takes his sign from his third base coach. Simmons on the mound, and he comes set. The first pitch to McGarvey is on its way, and it is swung on a miss for strike 1 as Ashton Smith will take second with no throw. 2 in scoring position with nobody out here for Beaufort County. McGarvey gets his sign. Simmons looks like he'll be working from the windup with runners on second and third. I apologize, folks. He'll still be going from the stretch here. He comes set. The pitch is on its way. And it's in the dirt. A 1 ball, 1 strike to McGarvey. McGarvey was a strikeout victim his first at bat. Lovin's only strikeout of his inning plus of work. So he looks to put the ball in play and make something good happen for his team this at bat. Simmons' pitch is on the way, and it's a ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. McGarvey's ahead in the count, 2-1 here. The pitch is on its way from Simmons. And it is just a bit outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to McGarvey. I didn't get a chance to see the Oconee and Tri-County game yesterday, but it looks like Oconee may be a little short on pitching in this game so far as Simmons issues his second consecutive walk as the bases are now juiced for number 1, Landon Greenwald. Already with an 8-0 lead, Beaufort County really looks to blow this game wide open here in the bottom of the second inning with nobody out and the bases loaded. Greenwald in the box ready. The pitch swung on and missed as Simmons gets ahead of his batter 0-1. Landon Greenwald steps back in the box, ready to go. Simmons comes set. The pitch is a called strike 2 as Greenwald quickly falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Greenwald's got to protect here as Simmons looks to get the first out of the inning for his team. And the pitch high and inside for ball 1 as Greenwald has to back out of the box to avoid being hit by the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, and the bases loaded for Beaufort County here. Greenwald's ready to go. Simmons with the pitch, and it is fouled in a shallow, and that ball will drop as it was fouled over toward the first base dugout. the first baseman and the catcher were not able to get there in time. So that ball will fall for a foul ball, and we'll be back at it 1 ball, 2 strikes here as Greenwald stays alive. Greenwald's in the box. Simmons comes set. The next offering misses. That'll be a 2-2 count, folks. Bring us to a 2-2 count. Simmons really needs to find a way to get an out here as he has nowhere to put the runner. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 as Greenwald goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up your 9-hole hitter, number 4, Landon Biltsey, with the bases still loaded. Chance to do some real damage and pile on the runs here for Beaufort County as that first pitch to Biltsey misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
80 pitches for 8 in a run.
Biltsey's first time up to bat. He was able to drive in a run. That ball is fouled off as we get a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Biltsey's in the box with the bases loaded. 1-1 count. The pitch misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. The second of the back-to-back Landons here in the Beaufort County batting lineup is up. Landon Biltsey, or we'll call him LB here, folks. His favorite food is one that you don't hear that often, Sloppy Joe's. I've never been a fan of Sloppy Joe's myself, but if that's something that's of his liking, more power to him. His favorite pro baseball team is the Cleveland Guardians. I wanted to say Cleveland Indians just out of habit, but they are now known as the Guardians, and his favorite sports idol is Mike Trout. Mike Trout has been one of the best players in the game for pretty much the last decade and just seems to get better and better every year as long as he's not hurt. Biltsey will go down on strikes there, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter again for Beaufort County with 2 outs. Number 7, Ty Eanes. Eanes steps in the box with the bases loaded and 2 outs with Beaufort County holding an 8-0 lead, and he takes ball 1 outside. So far in this game, Eanes is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to left field. Let's see if he can really put some damage on here. The pitch from Simmons is called high. 2 balls, no strike to Eanes. Eanes in the box. Simmons ready to pitch. The delivery. Pitch is on its way. Misses high again. 3 balls and no strikes as every single pitch in this at-bat has missed high. Eanes will take any way he can to get on base here as a walk scores a run. Anything you can do to benefit your team here at this point. And it's a called strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. We're only in the second, but the leadoff hitter for Beaufort County is now at the plate for the 3rd time of the game already as he takes ball 4, and everybody will move up 80 feet. That'll score another run for Beaufort County to make it a 9-0 ball game. That'll be the 3rd walk issued by Simmons here in this inning. Next up for Beaufort County will be number 3, your pitcher, Chase Cotter. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. So far, this game has looked more like a merry-go-round, folks, as it's already 9-0 Beaufort County as the runners just continue to circle the bases. The next pitch to Cotter misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. Still have bases loaded here with 2 outs, folks. Bottom of the second inning, 9-0 lead Beaufort County. Simmons' next pitch, the delivery fouled off by Cotter down the first base line, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now that is number 7, Lee.
On this hot afternoon, it's never easy for, morning still. We're 7 minutes from noontime. On this hot morning, it's never easy for a pitcher to spend that much time out on the mound as every pitch gets tougher and tougher with the weather. Making sure we drink plenty of fluids today while we're out here as the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike for Chase Cotter. Cotter, once again, will take a walk if it's offered to him, as that'll score another run for Beaufort County if it's there. The pitch is taken for strike 2. Full count, as every runner will now be on the move with a full count and 2 outs with the bases loaded. Runners will go on with the pitch. The pitch is outside, ball 4. That'll be yet another walk. That'll bring the runner across to make it 10-0 Beaufort County here early in this ball game. We're not even through 2 innings here yet, folks. And we have time on the field as the head coach for Oconee County makes his way to the mound. The entire infield will join him. Simmons wasn't able to have a whole lot of success on the mound. He did get 2 strikeouts during that inning. And he will head off the field after 2 strikeouts, but he still wasn't able to slow down the Beaufort County offense any, as it's now 10-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. I will let you know as soon as I have an update on who the new pitcher for Oconee County will be. You are listening to the broadcast of Game 2 for our 13U Junior Boys State Tournament from Field 2 here at Oscar Fraser Park in beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. I hope all the families that have joined us for both the Junior Boys and Boys State Tournament have had a good time in the area so far, as there's plenty to do here in Beaufort County. Beautiful weather, beaches, all kinds of outdoor activities, folks. You can't beat it. You really can. It's a great place to be, and if you ever have a chance to come and check out Beaufort County, South Carolina on vacation, make your way down, we'd love to have you. Your new pitcher for Oconee County is number 1, Reed Campbell, as he will now be the 3rd pitcher that Oconee County has gone to already early in this ball game. Reed Campbell will be your next pitcher for Oconee County. As your final stats for Simmons, he'll go down for 2/3 of an inning, 2 strikeouts, and another handful of runs was able to come across for Beaufort County. When we reset here, the 3-hole hitter for Beaufort County, number 12, Brandon Hunter, will be up with the bases loaded. And if you're Oconee County, this is not the guy you want to see at the plate with the bases loaded, as he sent a triple deep to right field his last time up to bat. If he has the same kind of result, that would be several more runs coming across. Campbell will look to go Campbell will look to throw to 1 hitter this inning and leave 3 stranded on the bases if possible. A little bit of information about Reed Campbell as we get ready to go here. His favorite pro baseball team is the Boston Red Sox. His favorite sports idol is Jason Tatum, who plays for the Boston Celtics. So I'm going to guess he's a New England sports fan. Usually the Red Sox and the Celtics means you're a Bruins and a Patriots fan, so I'm going to take a guess and say that's the case for him also. All right, folks, we're ready to go here back on field 2 at the Junior Boys State Tournament in South Carolina. Number 12, Brandon Hunter steps into the box already with 2 hits, and his last one went nearly to the wall. The first pitch to Hunter misses outside for ball 1. Campbell needs to do anything he can here to get out of this inning for his team and get them back at the plate. They're going to have a big hole to try to dig their way out of, as the second pitch to Hunter is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. 2 outs and a bases loaded here. As Hunter steps back in the left-hander's batter's box and is ready for the next pitch from Campbell. The pitch is on its way. And it is called a ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Campbell already the third pitcher if you're just tuning in here for Oconee County. Looking to find his way out of this inning. The pitch is swung on and hit toward the first baseman. Ball goes off his foot and up into the air. That'll be an error on the first baseman, but we have an out called on the field. Did the ball make contact with the runner as he made his way to second base? No run on that play, folks, as it looks like they may have called that ball hit the runner, possibly.
Now pitching for Tri-County, number 11, Brad Hightower.
How do you mark that?
We're going to try to get an update from the umpires if possible, but as of now, we are through 2 innings here on field 2 at Oscar Fraser Park, and your score is Beaufort County 10, Oconee County 0. We will be right back to continue our broadcast in just a few seconds, folks. All right, we are back here in the top of the third inning with number 12, Bryson Swan, coming to the plate for his first at-bat for Oconee County. Campbell worked a third of an inning there and was able to get Oconee out of a big jam. Oconee County will now try to see if they can start to find some runs to keep this, to stay in this ball game, as Chase Cotter takes the mound here in the third inning again for Beaufort County. Cotter has worked 2 innings so far and been impressive up to this point. The first pitch is swung on for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Bryson Swan is up for his first at bat of the game. Let's get a little bit of information about him, folks. His favorite food is hot dogs, which we are serving up plenty of here at Oscar Fraser Park today. Favorite song is Inner Sandman. You don't see a lot of that from somebody his age. That's an older Metallica song, but for anybody that's a Yankees fan, Mariano Rivera used the song Inner Sandman his whole career when he would come in to save a ball game for the Yankees. And Mariano Rivera is Major League Baseball's all-time saves leader after nearly a 20-year career with the New York Yankees. We have a 2-1 count here to Bryson Swan as the next pitch from Cotter misses high to bring us to 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 count here in the top of the third inning as Bryson Swan leads off the inning. Here comes the windup from Cotter. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. We have a full count to Swan here in the top of the third. Cotter continues to work quickly and keep his pitch count down. The pitch misses just a bit inside, and that'll put the leadoff man on with a walk as he makes his way down to first base. Up next for Oconee County is number 5, Caleb McCall, with a runner on first and nobody out. Cotter's pitch, it catches the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike here to McCall. Cotter comes set, and the pitch. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2 as Cotter quickly gets ahead 0-2. McCall's going to have to choke up and try to put the ball in play and make something good happen for the Oconee County offense right here. Cotter not worried about the runner at first, ready to go to the plate. It is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll be Cotter's second strikeout of the game as McCall goes down on strikes. Up next for Oconee will be number 3, Hunter Simmons. Simmons threw 2/3 of an inning in the last inning and looks to help out his offense here after not as much success as he would hope for on the mound. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Hunter Simmons steps into the box, ready for the next pitch on a 1-0 count. Cotter comes set. The pitch. Swung on and grounded toward the third baseman. Great play by the third baseman for Beaufort County as he throws him out at first. The throw back over to third, and he is in safely. We'll score that as a 5-3 putout. And the runner from first moves all the way to third as he was on the move with the pitch there, folks.
Now batting number 2, Garrett Hughes.
We now have 2 outs here in the third inning with a runner on third base. Garrett Hughes comes up to bat. And Hughes drives one into left center field. That'll bring Oconee County's first runner of the game across. That'll be a double to left center field. Hughes finally gets across the first run of the game for Oconee County with a big double to left center field.
I believe it is 20.
That'll bring up number 4, Bo Cawthon here with 2 outs here in the third inning. Cotter's first pitch to him is swung on and fouled away for strike 1. Must have tipped it in the box. Cotter coming set, ready for the next pitch here to Cawthon. Pitch is on its way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 2 as Cotter quickly gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. We've got a runner in scoring position and 2 outs here for Oconee County as they try to continue to threaten. Cotter looks to limit the damage. Ground ball to second base here off the bat of Cawthon. Easy play for the second baseman, and the 4-3 putout will end the top of the third inning. After 2.5 complete, Beaufort County 10, Oconee County 1. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast of the Dixie Junior Boys State Tournament here in beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. We'll be back in just a minute, folks.
Should have scored. It should have been 3 or 4 in the last one.
All right, folks, we are back here in the bottom of the third inning from Oscar Fraser Park in Bluffton, South Carolina. Number 1, Reed Campbell, will still be on the bump for Oconee County as he was able to work out of a bases-loaded jam in the last inning.
We're all on the same page. Thank you.
Number 1, Reed Campbell, will be working here in the bottom of the third again.
9 for 5. Thank you. We're good. We don't need those. All right, now tell me since y'all got it.
7 for 12 and 9 for 5.
All right, we are ready to go here in the bottom of the third inning. We were just getting some substitutes into the ball game there.
For Brandon's out.
Leading off the bottom of the third for Beaufort County, number 8, Jensen Beretti.
Your first hitter for Beaufort County here in the bottom of the third will be number 8, Jensen Beretti. Campbell's ready to go and gets the sign from the umpire that we can play ball. Here comes the first pitch from Campbell. It's fouled straight back for strike 1 to Beretti. We are under. Campbell looks to add on to the success that he had to get his team out of the second inning there, folks, as the second pitch comes in low for a ball. 1-1 count to Jensen Beretti.
Number 24, Joe Huggins.
Campbell's ready for the next pitch. Here we go, folks. It's inside, but hit softly to the shortstop. It falls. The shortstop makes an errant throw to first, and the runner will be in safe. The softly hit line drive that bounced just in front of the shortstop was not able to be handled in time for an out.
Simonson.
We'll score that an E6 here, folks. E6 on the field as Beaufort County has their leadoff runner on base with number 11, Dylan Simonson, coming to the plate. Simonson is already 2 for 2 in this ball game with 3 RBIs. He's done a lot of the damage at the plate for Beaufort County. The first pitch to Simonson is on its way, and it's a ball low and outside. We'll see if the runner will be on the move from first to second here. Keep an eye on that as we continue here. Just a couple tidbits on Dylan Simonson while we're here. His favorite pro baseball team is the Dodgers. As a Braves fan, not a big fan of the Dodgers, but one of my favorite players is actually a member of the Dodgers now that used to play for the Braves, Freddie Freeman. His favorite sports idol is Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw's been one of the best pitchers in baseball for the last 15 years or so, and as a left-hander myself and a former pitcher, Kershaw's always been one of my favorites to watch as he has one of the deadliest curveballs that Major League Baseball has ever seen. Simonson's getting a sign from his third base coach as he bats with a 1-1 count and a runner on second after the stolen base by Beretti. In the box ready to go as Campbell comes set. The offering is on its way as the runner goes to third. The throw goes way out to left field, and that'll easily score another run for Beaufort County. That'll be the 11th run of the game for Beaufort County, as the bases are now empty for Simonson. This is the first time he's hit so far this game with nobody on base, as he's managed 3 RBIs through the first 2 innings. Looks to start things over again for the Beaufort County offense. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Simonson. Here comes the pitch from the windup. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Simonson will be down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for 10, Ashton Smith.
Next up for Beaufort County is number 10, Ashton Smith, as Campbell's in his windup and throws a called strike 1 right down the middle. Ashton Smith has been on base twice already in this game as he looks for the 0-1 pitch. It misses high and inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Ashton Smith steps back in the box, ready for the next pitch from Campbell. And it's on its way. That pitch is in the dirt and rolls to the backstop for ball 2. Base is empty and 1 out here, folks, for Beaufort County. It's 11 Beaufort, 1 for Oconee in the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Campbell has definitely had the most success on the mound so far for Oconee County of the 3 pitchers that they've thrown. He's been pretty consistent and throws another swinging strike there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ashton Smith will look to battle here as Campbell looks for the putout. Through the windup. Pitch is on its way. And it just misses the outside corner. We'll have a full count with 1 out here, folks. Ashton Smith showed his good eyes last time up to bat as he walked. Looks to find his way on the base for the 3rd time today. Fly ball down the left field line, and it will fall in foul territory. We'll do it over again with a full count here, folks. Loud foul ball hit there by Ashton Smith.
That was 96 pitch.
Smith steps back in the box. We're ready to go here with the full count pitch. It's on its way. And Ashton Smith takes strike 3 down the middle, it looked like. That's back-to-back Ks for Reed Campbell to start off the 3rd inning here, as he has had a great start to this inning, limiting the Beaufort County offense. Next up for Beaufort County will be number 5, Joey Patterson, with his first at-bat of the day. Patterson started the game on the bench, but will enter in place of Rylan McGarvey. He's ready for the first pitch that he's seen today, and it's a ball 1 taken from Campbell.
Now batting for 5, Joey Patterson.
Now pitching for Jefferson, number 34.
Campbell looks to get another quick out here and get his offense back in the dugout. Trying to stay out of the heat as much as possible. The second pitch to Joey Patterson is a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Oconee County's team has to be getting tired of standing in the field. Heat indexes near 100 degrees here with no end in sight today. Blue skies all around us as it's a beautiful day to play baseball. Patterson takes the next pitch inside for ball 3 as he works ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Not a better place to be in the world than on a ball field today. Patterson's ready for the next pitch from Campbell. It's a called strike 1 on the outside corner as he was taken all the way there with a 3-0 count. Campbell looking to work all the way back in the count with a chance to strike out the side here. Let's see what he does with a 3-1. And it's taken for ball 4 as Patterson will make his way to first base with a 2-out walk. Up next for Beaufort County will be number 1, Landon Greenwald, as we are yet to see a ball put in play here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Excuse me, folks. Beaufort County did get a run earlier in this inning on a stolen base. After the E6 from Beretti. So we did have a ball put in play earlier in this inning. It's just been a few hitters in between, so it had slipped my mind. The first pitch to Greenwald is on its way. Patterson is headed to second on the pass ball. He's headed all the way to third, and he's in safely at third base. Heads up base running there by Joey Patterson. Great heads up base running as he was going with the pitch anyway, and the ball makes its way to the backstop, and he just continues to run all the way around to third base.
24-25.
Final score.
Campbell comes set behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Greenwald is a ground ball hit at the shortstop. Tough hop. Greenwald will beat it out. He's safe at first as that'll score another run for Beaufort County. Another run has come across for Beaufort County to make it 12-1.
Coaches, please remember to come to the press box to sign your.
We'll score that in E6. Shortstop's had a rough inning here, but Landon Greenwald is aboard on first with 2 out in the inning for number 4, Landon Biltsey. Pick-off attempt to first. Too close for comfort over there as Greenwald really needs to get that uniform dirty if he's going to get that big of a lead next time. I'm sure the hotel that his family's staying in has plenty of opportunities to wash the uniform. Actually, he's playing with the Beaufort County team, so they're probably just going home tonight. No need for a hotel if you live here in Beaufort County already. Next pitch to Bilksey is outside, and Greenwald will move up 80 feet to second base. 1 ball, no strikes to Bilksey. Campbell comes set, ready for the next pitch. Focusing on the runner at second, he makes his pitch, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike here to number 4. Runner in scoring position, 2 out for Beaufort County, already with a 12-1 lead. Campbell goes to the plate. It's a line drive hit into the left field, just out of the reach of the shortstop. Greenwald will come around to score as Biltsey is on at first base with an RBI single.
This is where action. I've been here for the remainder of the day. I can work too. Just everyone.
Biltsey has reached first after the RBI single that brought in Landon Greenwald, and that makes it 13-1 Beaufort County. After what seemed like a promising start to the inning for Reed Campbell, Beaufort County offense has seemed to seemingly come to life again. As the leadoff hitter, Ty Eanes, steps back in the box for the 4th time in 3 innings here for Beaufort County, as they just continue to pile them on at this point. Eanes has walked twice and flown out to left field, so he looks for his first hit of the ball game, and right on cue, he drops the ball into shallow center field. That'll be a single, as Biltsey will make his way all the way around to third base on the single by Ty Eanes.
Now batting number 3, Chase Connor.
We now have runners on the corners with 2 out here for Beaufort County. Into the box steps your pitcher, number 3, Chase Cotter. 13-1 ball game. Eanes is on his way to second base with the pitch as it's called a ball, and he'll walk into second base. No throw attempt. 2 in scoring position now for Chase Cotter with a 1-0 count. The pitch from Campbell's on its way. It's a called strike 1. That'll bring us to 1 ball, 1 strike. Ducks on the pond out there for Cotter as Beaufort County continues to light up the scoreboard early in this ball game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Next pitch to Cotter is fouled off toward the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Campbell looks to work his way out of this inning. On one side, Oconee County is already on their third pitcher. On the Beaufort County side, Chase Cotter has thrown 3 innings and only has thrown 36 pitches. That next pitch is hit into shallow center field, and that ball will drop. That's an RBI single for Cotter. And he'll make his way to second on the throw home. 1 more run across from Beaufort County on the RBI single.
Now batting number 5. Hogan. Wareham.
It is now 14-1 Beaufort County with 2 runners in scoring position, as number 9, Hogan Wareham, will step into the box for his first at bat of the game. 2 outs here, 2 on. See what Wareham can do in his first at bat. Takes ball 1 high. Wareham has taken the place of Brandon Hunter in the lineup, who had an excellent game at the plate. The next pitch from Campbell misses for ball 2 as he's behind in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Wareham steps into the box, looking to pick out anything close here so that he can drive it into the outfield. The next pitch is in the dirt for ball 3 as Campbell has fallen behind Wareham. 3 balls and no strikes. Chase Cotter on second. Ty Eanes on third. Couple good base runners. Wareham's ready for his next pitch. He swings. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Excellent range from the shortstop. What a play. Great range moving to his left. Fielded the ball just to the right of second base and makes a strong throw over to first base to get out of the inning for Oconee County. We are through 3 complete here, folks, and your score is Beaufort County 14, Oconee County 1, heading into the top of the 4th inning.
Go ahead.
Count for Reed Campbell 39. And count for Reed Campbell.
We will be back in just a second, folks, as we continue our broadcast of the Dixie Junior Boys 13U State Tournament from beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. All right, we are back here, folks, in the top of the 4th inning as Cotter stays on the mound for Beaufort County. We've got a 14-1 ball game here. Oconee County is going to have to score at least 2 runs to continue to play this ball game, as we do have a mercy rule that would go into effect after 3.5 innings. For anybody out there that's wondering, the mercy rule is 15 runs after 3 innings, 12 runs after 4, or 10 runs after 5. First up for Oconee County here in the top of the 4th will be your starting pitcher, number 11, Kason Lovin, looking to get his offense started. The first pitch for Cotter is taken low for ball 1. Lovin has reached base on a walk so far in this game and is only at bat. As Cotter continues to work quickly here, folks. The next pitch is on its way, and it misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes here to Lovin. Pitch is on its way from Cotter, and it's fouled off into shallow right. Couldn't tell if that ball was caught in fair or foul territory, but the right fielder did make the catch for a fly out. Good range shown there by the right fielder for Beaufort County, and that'll bring up number 10, Tillman Sullivan.
Now batting number 10, Tillman Sullivan.
Sullivan steps into the box, and Cotter's ready to go. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's a little dribbler hit back to Cotter, who easily flips the ball to first base for the second out of the inning. One pitch to that batter, and that's our second out of the inning, folks. Oconee County is down to its final out. Cotter has thrown 3 2/3 innings up to this point and is barely at 40 pitches. The next batter up for Oconee is number 1, Reed Campbell, as Cotter's first offering is in for strike 1. Campbell looks to find a way on base here as time is called at the plate. Folks, Beaufort County's offense has really looked deadly in this game, and I'm anxious to see them play again later in this tournament, as they will have another game tomorrow. Oconee County will have the day off tomorrow, I believe, after playing back-to-back days. Beaufort County had yesterday off, so they will pick up with another game tomorrow afternoon, regardless of the result of this one. Cotter's thrown a great game up to this point. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, as Oconee County is down to its final strike of the game. Campbell's in the box. Cotter threw his windup. The pitch is on its way, and it misses just a bit low. Looked like a good pitch from here, but the umpire called it a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to this hitter. The next delivery from Cotter's on its way. Swung on and fouled straight back. Heads up to our merchandise crew down there selling T-shirts and snow cones and cotton candy and all kind of other wonderful things. If you're out at the ballpark, please stop by and say hello to them. Next pitch from Cotter's on its way. And it's a called strike 3. The K for Cotter, and that should be our ball game, folks. Both teams are lining up. Your final score here from Bluffton, South Carolina. Beaufort County 14, Oconee County 1. Thank you for listening to our broadcast of the Dixie Junior Boys 13U South Carolina State Tournament from beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast, and we hope you tune in for games throughout the rest of the week as we will continue play through at least Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope everyone enjoys their beautiful sunny day. Spend some time outside, and we look forward to you joining us for future broadcasts as we continue the tournament through the rest of this week. Have a great day.